It's the Betty White Show from Hollywood. This portion brought to you by RDX, the safe way to lose ugly fat, yet still eat what you want. And Geritol, America's #1 tonic that helps you feel stronger fast. Now here's Betty White.
It's time to say hello again and start our show again and sing a song or two for all of you. Hi. And happy Monday to you. I hope this is a very extra special Monday for you as it is for us because today is Wish Day. And that's always extra good news for us. First of all, however, reducing can be a hardship, but it doesn't have to be. If you've been advised to lose weight, why don't you try this simple, easy way?
What's the best way to reduce? Eat what you want or starve yourself? Starve yourself? Wrong. A half-empty stomach causes hunger tantrums. Now you can avoid hunger tantrums, lose weight naturally and fast. With the RDX full stomach reducing plan, you fill your stomach, yet fat just seems to melt away. And safe, pleasant-tasting RDX tablets contain no dangerous drugs, no hormones. So if you want to eat and lose fat, get RDX at your drugstore today.
Isn't that good advice? I hope you follow it. Well, we feel so good around here today. We're all sort of have a lot of excess energy to burn off, and we also have a couple of fellows that have just insisted finally. They said, if we don't get a chance to be on camera all by ourselves without the rest of the band, we're going to sulk, and we can't have them sulk. So Eddie Robertson and Rock Hillman have to come in and help me with this number. This is how we feel today. It's a good day for singing a song, and it's a good day for moving along. It's a good day. How can anything go wrong? 'Cause it's a good day from morning till night. It's a good day for shining your shoes, and it's a good day for losing the blues. Everything to gain and nothing to lose. It's a good day from morning till night. I said to the sun, good morning, sun, rise and shine today. Oh, you gotta get going if you're gonna make a showing, and you've got to ride away. It's a good day for curing your ills, and it's a good day for paying your bills. So take a deep breath and throw away your pills, 'cause it's a good day from morning till night. 'Cause it's a good day from morning till night. 'Cause it's a good day from morning till night. I like that curtsy that Eddie does. It's real nice. And it is a good day today, too. Mondays can be one of two kinds. They can either be sort of difficult days to get awake and get on your way and get going, or they can be horribly difficult days to get awake and get going. So this is one of the ones that isn't quite so bad. Mrs. Arthur Peterson of Taylor Falls, Minnesota, sends in the farmer says, this is the laziest rooster in the world. And the city friend says, how do you mean lazy? Farmer says he's never crowed in his life. He always waits for another rooster to crow, and then he stands there and nods his head. That's a silly picture department. And then from Perry, Iowa, from Rosemary Slater, we have the one about the little girl on the transcontinental train. She says, Mama, what's the name of the last station we stopped at? Her mother says, don't bother me. Can't you see I'm reading? Why do you ask? Because Brother got off there. And J. Melliker, I think, of Manitowoc, Wisconsin, says, the wife says, the couple next door seem to be very devoted. He kisses her every time they meet. Why don't you do that? The husband says, I say, do you think she'd let me? And today, is an extra special day for us. This is Wish Day. And we always enjoy it so particularly because it's kind of fun to surprise Small Fry. And today, as every Wish Day, we have one of the youngsters from one of the children's homes around Los Angeles. And today happens to be a young lady, Betty Hartman, from David and Margaret's Home for Children in Laverne, California. Well, Betty can't hear me right now, but she thinks that she's coming on the program to make a presentation representing all the children of America to the representative from the British consulate in honor of Winston Churchill's birthday tomorrow. So she thinks that that's why she's coming over here, and she's going to have a little interview and make her presentation, and then that will be it. So From there on, we're going to see how many wishes we can surprise her with and how many of her wishes we can make come true. So stick around with us, will you, for a little while? It's always a lot of fun. And some of the children are, well, I won't say some of them. They're all tremendous, but some are a little bit more enthusiastic than others, and I don't know which are the most fun. I think sometimes the ones that are just flabbergasted and can't say a word are even more fun than the others. Let's see what kind of a little girl Betty is today. Oh, I have a riddle. What are you going to do? Anybody feel in the mood for a riddle?
Nope.
Well, that does that. We want... No, what's the difference between a sewing machine and a kiss? Now, don't all talk at once.
I know the difference, but you don't want that answer.
No, Bill, I don't think I do. Then, can you guess, anybody?
Stitch in time saves 9?
Well, that depends on your point of view, but it could be. Anybody?
Just so-so.
Well, you're getting warm. Cliff, do you have any ideas?
Nary a one.
Well, one so seems nice and the other seems so nice. Honestly, you just would think these fellas would know. Wouldn't you think so? Thank you for we love all the jokes and the goodies and the serious poems and everything, but we especially like the riddles, too, because it's always a chance for us to be real smart and the fellas to be real stupid, because I've got the paper in my hand with the answer on it. Let's talk about you a little bit. How are you feeling? Are you feeling as good as we feel today? I sincerely hope so. But I'd especially like to talk to you housewives and mothers and you really busy gals that just keep going all the time. Sometimes as you go about your daily routine, do you get the feeling that you just don't have enough energy to finish out the day? Well, if you do feel that way, or anybody in your family feels that way, don't just ignore it and wait for it to go away. It's a better idea to check with your doctor. Because remember, that weak, run-down condition may be due to undernourished blood. Doctors have a special name for it. They call it iron deficiency anemia. But we call it tired blood. And to feel stronger fast, I wish you'd give Geritol a try. This is the fast-acting, high-potency tonic that we've been telling you so much about that really begins to strengthen iron-poor, tired blood in just 24 hours. That's all it takes, just one day, for Geritol iron to be in your bloodstream, carrying strength and energy to every part of your body. And just 2 tablespoons, just this little bit, contains twice the iron in a pound of calf's liver. And it's good tasting, too. So if you do feel weak and run down, or if anybody in your family complains of similar problems, get Geritol, either the liquid or the tablets, at your drugstore today. You'll feel stronger fast in 7 days or your money back. Just be sure that you get what you ask for, Geritol. Geritol. Believe me, you will feel stronger fast. And 2, don't forget, mothers, you can get Geritol Junior. It's just as effective for your children as regular Geritol is for you. That's really good advice. Arthur, did you have a nice weekend?
Sure did. The usual weekend.
What's the usual weekend?
Well, a benefit.
Working?
I did something a little different. I rehearsed with a choral group that's going to do Christmas carols this Christmas.
Oh, wonderful. You going around from house to house, or?
I think their plan is to go to hospitals and orphanages and things of that nature.
Well, that's a wonderful thing to do for a Christmas season, Arthur. Arthur's all set for his number today. This is a fine number for him to do when he was rehearsing Christmas carols all day yesterday. Arthur Duncan and Sing You Sinners.
Sing you sinners, sing. Sing you sinners, sing. Sing you sinners, sing, sing, sing. Sing you sinners, sing. Sing you sinners, sing. Sing you sinners, sing, sing, sing. Sinners, drop everything and let the harmony ring up to heaven. Sing you sinners, just wave your arms all about. Let the Lord hear you shout for that music right. Sing you sinners. Whenever there's music, the devil kicks. He don't allow music. By that river Styx, you're wicked and you're depraved. And you also misbehave if you wanna be sing, 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 sing. Whenever there's music, the devil kicks. He don't love music by that river Styx. So sing, you sinner, sing, you sinner, sing, you sinner, sing, you sinner, sing, sing, you sinner, dance, 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 you sinner, sing every morning and night. Sing, you know that things are right when you sing. You sinner, sing.
Arthur, that was just tremendous. Everybody was really going with that one. Did you hear Eddie Robertson? He just flipped himself completely. That did it. Woo! We have a communique here from the Drag Bottom and Tea Kettle Gulch Street Railway and Brewing Company, route of the Thunder Mug Limited, from Dorothy Bushy Bast, signed Dottie Bast from Canton, Ohio. And she says, Dear Betty, for the first time in weeks, I didn't have your program turned on today, and I've been informed by various friends that Frank Duvall claimed that I was his first date. This is rather an embarrassing situation, as I don't remember our first date, but I do certainly remember dates that followed. For instance, we used to go to Lowe's Theater here in Canton, where Herman Duvall, Frank's dad, was the orchestra leader. That was back in the dear old days of vaudeville. For the information of you younger people, that was the name given to the people that came right out on the stage in movie theaters and braved the audiences. And Frank used to sit there and criticize his dad and his orchestra for lagging behind the act then on the stage. He used to sit there and say, he's a whole beat off. Come on, Dad, speed up. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Thank you ever so much, Dottie Bast. You just never know when your whole past is going to be brought out around here. You know something? Every so often there comes a chance for us to do something for you that will help you, but at the same time, for you to do something for us that will help us. And it's sort of a mutual society here of helping each other, and you've never let us down in all the time that we've been with you. And I hope that is because we haven't let you down in any offer we've made either. We are more than proud of our sponsors around here, you know that. And as you also know, they sponsor several other programs. Well, the only way that they can tell how many of you are buying the product because of this particular program is to make an offer on this program alone. And when that offer is a good one, then we're very, very happy to pass the word along to you. And by your taking advantage of that offer, you help us tremendously with our sponsor. For instance, have you been advised by your doctor to lose weight? Would you like to see a new, slimmer, lovelier you in just 1 week? Well, if so, why don't you take advantage of this free offer? We would like to send you a little 40-page booklet called The 7-Day Reducing Diet. It's written by Victor H. Lindlar, the famous food authority, and it's just a wonderful help to you in your weight reduction. It seems to help excess weight just melt away while you eat many of the foods that you like, even delicious desserts. I know that sounds impossible, but it's true. It isn't a bit impossible. Thousands have said that they've done it, and there's no reason why you can't too. So I wish you would send in for this 7-Day Reducing Diet by Victor H. Lindlar, and in 7 days you'll take off some of that weight you're worrying about putting on over the holidays. Why don't you get your weight down now, and you won't have to worry so much during the holidays. All you do to get your free booklet is send your name and address to Betty White, Box 212, New York 46, New York. Send 10 cents for postage and handling, and the booklet will be sent to you immediately. This is a limited offer, so send right now while you're thinking about it. To Betty White, Box 212.
The second half of the Betty White Show in just a moment. Right now, station identification. The second half of the Betty White Show from Hollywood.
This is a song that takes you back to about a year and a half ago, just about exactly. See what kind of memories it brings up. They're not making the skies as blue this year. Wish you were here, as blue as they used to when you were near. Wish you were here, and the mornings don't seem as new, brand new as they did with you. Wish you were here, wish you were here, wish you were here. Someone's painting the leaves all wrong this year. Wish you were here. And why have the birds changed their song this year? Wish you were here. They're not shining the stars as bright. They've stolen the joy from the night. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Someone's painting the leaves all alone this year. Wish you were here. And why have the birds changed their song this year? Wish you were here. They're not shining the stars as bright. They've stolen the joy from the night. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish you were here. Wish you were here.
Back to Betty White and Wish Day in just a moment. Right now, here's a message from Martin and Lewis.
Hello, I'd like to present my partner, Dean Martin.
I'd like to present my partner, Jerry Lewis. And we want to tell you about the job the firefighters are doing this Thanksgiving. A job in behalf of thousands of victims of incurable muscular dystrophy.
This is the terrible disease that paralyzes children and dooms every single one of them to an early death. And a cure must be found.
This year, the firefighters of America have volunteered to come right to your door to collect your contribution to help find that cure. Or you can send your contribution to Muscular Dystrophy, Associations of America, care of your postmaster. There are thousands of youngsters with muscular dystrophy. Don't let them die.
Fight muscular dystrophy and please give when your firefighter calls. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank
You know something? We have been looking forward to meeting a young lady here now for the last half hour. Ever since we found out that she was going to come over and visit us today, she's come over here for a very special reason, and we'd like to have you meet her right now. Betty Hartman. Come on in, Betty.
No.
How old are you, Betty?
10.
Well, this isn't the best question to ask right off the bat of a young lady, because you're apt to sometimes just switch right around and say, well, I don't know, how old are you? That wouldn't be so good. I understand you're over here for a very particular reason today, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Could you tell me about it?
Well, I'm going to present this coach to Winston Churchill on his 80th birthday.
Representing all the children of the United States, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. Churchill isn't going to be here today. We kind of know that. But I understand you're going to present it to a representative of the British consulate, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, how did you happen to be chosen for such an honor, Betty? You must be a pretty good girl.
I just came, picked me.
Have you been behaving yourself especially lately, or something like that, maybe?
I guess so.
What do you like to do with yourself? How do you spend your
I
time?
play baseball.
Are you a ball player? Do you throw like a girl or like a boy?
Well, mostly like a girl.
I bet you don't. If you play a lot of baseball, I bet you can throw a pretty hard one, can't you?
I guess so.
What position do you play?
I usually take pitcher.
Well, that's the most exciting position on the whole team, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of your fault whether you win or lose the ball game a lot of times. What else do you like to do?
Well, I like to watch television.
Do you have a favorite program?
Ben 1010.
Oh, I don't blame you. That must mean you like dogs.
Yeah.
Do you? What do you want to be when you grow up?
Dancer.
Do you dance at all now?
Some.
What kind of dancing do you like best?
Well, I like to dance jazz.
Jazz? I expected maybe ballet or something like that. Jazz, you really must enjoy music and all that kind of thing, don't you? Well, suppose we get on with the presentation here. Do you want to do that? I think to make it very official, why don't you climb right up here so you'll be as tall as all the rest of us, okay? And we would like to call in Mr. Morris Miller of the British Consulate. Mr. Miller, won't you come in here, please? As soon as we find Mr. Miller. Mr. Miller, this is Miss Hartman.
Mr. Miller, on behalf of the children in the David and Margaret home, I would like to present this miniature coronation coach to Sir Winston Churchill on his 80th birthday.
On behalf of Her Britannic Majesty's Consul General, Mr. M.C. Gillett, I have much pleasure indeed in accepting this gift for transmission to our Prime Minister. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much for coming over here today.
Thank you very much indeed for having me. Very kind of you.
Thank you, sir. Before you go away, Betty, you know something I forgot to mention? You happen to climb up here so that you could reach for the presentation better, but you know what these are? These are magic wishing stairs. And as long as you're here and as long as you're up on the wishing stairs, are you very good at wishing?
Some.
Some? Well, let's see how good you are. Could you close your eyes and start wishing? You never know what'll happen with these stairs. Close your eyes tight and see if you can start wishing a little bit.
Out loud?
Well, you don't have to wish out loud. Well, look what's happened already, and you haven't even started to wish. Happy Wish Day, Betty, it says. And here's a coach and horses and all sorts of things. It's a cake for you to take home. You think you can make out with that?
I think so.
Will you take it back and share it with all your friends at home? All right.
I'll hold it for the time being, Betty. I won't run away with it.
Thank you, Dell. And Frank DeVos right here with something.
Betty, it's the first time I've ever been a house mover, but here you are, and Happy Wish Day.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Frank. And Arthur Duncan?
Happy Wish Day, Betty. Here's a nice doll to go along with that dollhouse there.
And Bill Hamilton?
Hi, Betty. You like baseball? Okay. Here's a glove and a ball.
Huh?
Hi, Betty. Here's some roller skates for you. I'm sure you have a lot of fun with those, and Happy Wish Day to you.
Hi, Betty, and I have some costume jewelry here that you can make. It's a whole kit.
Thank you very much.
Happy Wish Day.
Jerry Casper?
Dzień dobry, Betty. Mam dzwonki dla ciebie. A ding-dong bell.
And Cliff Whitcomb?
Happy Wish Day, Betty. Here's a set that's going to teach you to make paintings and everything and have fun doing it.
And Rock Hillman?
Betty, we'd like you to have this fine wood-burning outfit. Happy Wish
Thank you
Day.
very much.
And Del Sharbutt?
Boy, you like red shoes? Well, they're yours, honey. And I think you've got something else here that you're going to like. Do you like that? With the little dainty, that sort of like you, and also a cute little dress. Just about your size.
Thank you very much.
Happy Wish Day, Betty.
Thank you, Del. You just never know what's going to happen, do you? When you come on to make a very serious presentation, the next thing you know, all sorts of things are happening. Well, these things you take all of these home for you. But don't you think it'd be kind of fun to have some things for your friends back home, too? I think so. And right over there, you'll find a gift for just about everybody back there, Betty. And we'd like to have you take them all home and kind of pass them out among your friends. And also, for the home, a complete 20-volume set of the Book of Knowledge, the foremost encyclopedia for children known the world over. One set for the David and Margaret Children's Home in Laverne, California, and another set in your name to be sent to the boys' home in Covington, Virginia. Is that all right? Good. Now, I was just kind of thinking you must have one particular special wish. Why don't you close your eyes and wish to yourself real hard for something that you'd really like? Can you do that? Close them tight now. And it just depends on how good a wisher you are as to what happens here. Okay? You can open them. There's a roll-fast bicycle. Will that be all right?
Oh, yes. Thank you very much.
Only one promise, sweetheart. Will you be very careful on it? All right, that's a good idea. And for a young lady whose very favorite program is Rin Tin Tin, how would you like to meet the gentleman who plays Rip Masters on that program, Mr. James Brown? Mr. Brown?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm just fine.
Good, hon. Happy Wish Day. Should I go ahead and give her this?
Go right ahead, Mr. Masters, I should say.
Here's a beautiful little Cinderella watch. Walt Disney
Thank you
Cinderella.
very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Brown. I understand there's a friend of yours with you, too, today, is there not?
Yes,
The title, the fellow with the title role in our show, Rin Tin Tin himself.
Mr. Tin Tin, come on out here.
This is Lee Duncan, his owner and trainer.
How do you do, Mr. Duncan?
Well,
Awfully glad to know you, Betty, and he brought a little present for us, some dancing shoes. And
Thank you.
we also have a picture of little Lee Aker for you in Rin Tin Tin.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so very much for being with us today. Is Del Sharbert around here anywhere? Del, do we have a little surprise?
A surprise?
Well, we have. We want you to know. Here it comes right now. This is something that you don't know about, Betty. This is an extra special surprise. This is the only other little coronation coach like the one that you made the presentation for. There are only 2 of these in the whole United States. One of them goes to Mr. Winston Churchill in England, and the other is yours to keep for the rest of your life. Will you do that for us?
Yes.
Happy wish day to you.
Happy wish day to you. Happy wish day, dear Betty. Happy wish day to you.
Thank you so much, and thanks to Mr. James Brown and Mr. Duncan and to Rin Tin Tin for being with us today and helping us have kind of an extra special day around here with Betty. How do you feel?
Just fine.
Well, good. You see, sometimes it's a good idea to do something nice for somebody else because then things kind of come home to roost, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for being with us, and I hope you'll be with us again tomorrow. In the meantime, don't forget that free booklet, will you? We'd sincerely appreciate it if you would send in to receive your free copy of the 7-Day Reducing Booklet. Just send your name and address plus 10 cents to cover postage and handling to Betty White, Box 212, New York 46, New York. Will you do that? It's a limited offer, so if you'll do it right now while you're thinking about it, you won't put it off. We'd appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. That's Box 212, New York 46. Thanks again to you, and thanks again to Rin Tin Tin, and thanks to Betty Harton. It's time to sing that song again and say so long again until we say hello on our next show. It's time to say goodbye again till we say hi again. So long. Thank you, everybody. Goodbye. I'll see you tomorrow.
This is Del Sharbert speaking for the Betty White Show from Hollywood.